Presenting your one-stop shop for SEO and virtual assistant services. SEO, GMB, link building, content creation, web design, virtual assistants, and more. Rank Fortress SEO and VA Agency. Enjoy 40 to 70 off for our services. Rank Fortress SEO and VA Agency. The best white label platform for SEOs, agencies, and freelancers.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, William. If you don't know me, I am an SEO, search engine optimization. We run Rank Fortress over here in the Philippines. We do everything from white label SEO to junk removal SEO, and we also have a virtual assistant agency. Right, I live in the Philippines. It is actually 1:13 a.m. here in the Philippines. Just got off of a call, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to be talking about junk removal SEO tonight. We're going to be talking about the #1 ranking factors. So let's go. This is going to be a webinar. I'm going to be starting in a few minutes. Y'all can listen back, listen to the music and everything. And I'm just going to be dropping the link into some of the groups and everything. If you have any questions specifically, this is about junk removal SEO, then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put your questions below. And as soon as I'm done here, I will get them right back to you. Okay, I'm going to get these answers to you. But we will be talking about the ranking factors. Why does something rank versus something that doesn't? Service area-based businesses, why is it such a hard time to go into rank versus someone with an address shown? Does it matter what website builder, etc. that you're using? All those types of things we're going to be covering tonight in our class on ranking factors. This is not just for junk removal. It goes across every single type of business, but specifically I'm dealing with junk removal businesses and our white label SEO clients. But we're going to be talking about that. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be right back.
Presenting your one-stop shop for SEO and virtual assistant services. SEO, GMB, link building, content creation, web design, virtual assistants, and more. Rank Fortress SEO and VA Agency. Enjoy 40 to 70 off for our services. Rank Fortress SEO and VA Agency. The best white label platform for SEOs, agencies, and freelancers.
If you ever want to know who I am, my name is William. I have over 20 years of SEO experience. Run a white label SEO agency company called Rank Fortress in the Philippines. Yes, it's in the Philippines. I am up at 1 o'clock in the morning doing a live here for you guys, especially over in the United States and around the world. We also have a virtual assistant agency over here. I have over 70 in-house staff. So we do white label SEO for agencies. We also do business-to-business SEO for business owners, junk removal, roofers, doctors, lawyers, and the list goes on and on. I also do training for teams of virtual assistants. I also manage virtual assistants for other agencies and other business owners that need virtual assistants. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Remember, if you have any questions, go ahead and just drop them below. This class is specifically about junk removal. Okay, junk removal. SEO. Also, let me go back real quick. If you are not in Rank Fortress Academy, make sure to go to rankfortress.com and click on Join Rank Fortress Academy. At Rank Fortress Academy, this is where we have all of our free classes. We will also have paid classes. Right now we have in there junk removal SEO, VA Mastery, and white label SEO Mastery. If you ever want to know what we do, just go to rankfortress.com. This is where you see all of our services. You want a free SEO audit, any of that. You see my sponsors down here, etc., etc. So want to know about the services? They're here, about us, case studies of all the clients we've ranked, websites we've built, virtual assistants, all here. I do speak at conferences. As a matter of fact, I'm coming to a conference in Manila this week. I'm speaking in front of 1,500 people. So we also do that. Speaking engagements. We just got done doing one here in Surrey City with my mentor, MJ Lopez. Testimonials on here, and then I give a lot of away free resources. So for example, you get down here virtual assistants ebook or white label SEO book. I also have a free junk removal ebook. I just don't have it on my website yet, but we'll be putting that up as soon as it's done being formatted. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get started. So far, what we've covered is in lesson 1, we went over what is local SEO, why it's important. Because some people don't even know what SEO is, nor why should they have it. Because some people say, oh, you don't need SEO. You know, just put a website up. Matter of fact, you don't even need a website. Just have a Facebook page, right? Wrong. You need a legitimate business. So in today's lesson, we're going to talk about how Google ranks your local business and what are the ranking factors. Lesson 1 and 3, 1, 3, and 1, 4 are coming up in other weeks. Right? How Google ranks you. Introduction. Right? Google ranks local businesses on several key factors. That's what we're going to be going over with. And when I say rank, you know, maybe you don't know what I mean, but so for example, if you go to Google and you go, let's say junk removal Orlando, right? Not Rolando, Orlando, right? So these are going to be ads sponsored. So Junk King, this is sponsored. Remove It Man, sponsored. And these are, you know, service ads, sponsored. And then, of course, College Hunks and Junk Removal Rangers. And then this is organic. What you want to do is you honestly want to be, and they're also starting to put, if you will, some sponsored ads in the middle of organic as well. So you're getting less and less space on the homepage. However, that being said, you'll notice that, you know, you need to be here in the organic, you need to be here in maps, and you need to be doing Google ads as well. The whole point of doing organic is so you can get money so you can start doing Google ads and spending more money. Why? You spend money to make money. But he that spends the most money always wins, period. So we're going to be talking about the 3-pack, organic, and local search results. The 3 core ranking factors that I have personally found, because we deal with thousands of clients for local SEO. I'm not going off of what some website says or what some talking head that never does SEO, but maybe they have a tool will tell you. Number 1 ranking factor that I'm going to tell you is proximity. Proximity is how close is your business to the searcher. Google prioritizes things that are geographically closer to the actual searcher. And yes, they know where people are at on their phones or computers or laptops. Even with strong SEO, if the business is further away, you're generally going to rank lower than your competition. Google determines it based on their IP address or their location or by keywords like this search term, junk removal near me, or junk removal plus city, let's say junk removal in Orlando. So we'll go back real quick. So for instance, a service area based business is someone that doesn't show their address. And generally speaking, they're going to have a harder time to rank. Can I still rank them? Yes. But because the number 1 ranking signal, in my opinion, is proximity, what you need to do is have your address shown, because what's going to happen is Google's algorithm is set up specifically for proximity. The further away you are from that proximity, harder is to rank. But if you show your address, it's much easier to rank. Why? Because when you say you're a service area based business, instead of being in this vicinity here, you're saying you're in this huge vicinity. And Google knows you can't serve 4 or 5 different cities. You're not serving that huge of an area or radius. Most of them know you're lying. Okay? That's just a fact. Can it happen? Can you rank with it? Yes. It's just you're setting yourself up to have to climb up a hill trying to push a boulder. Whereas if someone has their address shown, it makes it much easier. Number 2 is relevance. How relevant is your business to the actual search and the search term. Okay. Your business must match what the searcher's intent is or what they're looking for. What is the relevant? What's your GMB category? You don't know how many times I've looked at a junk removal GMB or any GMB. In fact, we'll take junk removal in this case, and it's for instance, you do junk removal, but yet your category is garbage disposal. Garbage disposal is not the same as junk removal. So you've already set your GMB up for failure. What keywords, what services, etc. are you using on your website and in your GMB? Your GMB should mirror your website, and your website should mirror your GMB. What does mirror mean? Every single page and every single service you have on your website should be listed on your GMB and then be linked back to your website. Optimize your GMB with relevant junk removal keywords and descriptions. Number two is prominence, right? How well is it trusted? All right, we're talking about Google My Business profile optimization. We'll go back a little bit. All right, relevance, and then prominence is the third one. Prominence being how well known and trusted is your brand. How do you develop trust? It's through reviews, high ratings, local backlinks. A strong online presence will make you rank higher. Click-through rate being a trust factor. The more people that are clicking on your links, on your socials, driving more traffic to your website, the more you are viewed as trusted. Whether you're sharing your GMB posts, etc. on social, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok Reels, whether it's YouTube, it's driving traffic to your website, which will increase your trust. So Google evaluates brand authority by looking at reviews and ratings, not just ratings on Google. There are ratings that Google pulls. You'll notice in the map, where if you look at a GMB a lot of times, let me pull it up. Let's say it's one of these sites, right? And you're going to look at their GMB a lot of times down here. So you see already that the social profiles are very important. So this is why I'm saying you need your social profiles. Then a lot of times you'll see like right here, this is a review and it's saying, okay, it's from Google. Let's look at some more. If they have various reviews off of different places, it will actually show them Q&As, other updates, and sometimes you'll have them, for example, here's all the web results for them. So you need to build relevant backlinks and not just try to get Google reviews. You get Google reviews from Trustpilot, Yelp, all over the place. Don't just think about reviews just on Google, okay? Think about getting reviews from Facebook, from Trustpilot, all over the place. Backlinks, like I just showed you, from local websites and directories, and social media signals for engagement. Additional ranking factors that will impact your junk removal business is your GMB or Google business profile optimized? By optimized, what do I mean? Is the business information accurate? Accurate. What's accurate mean? Do you have Suite 1 on the GMB, but not on the website? Do you have Suite spelled differently, like STE, or do you spell it out, SUITE? Those things, some people say, well, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter because you want things to be precise and accurate. Use high quality images on your video, on your GMB or Google Business Profile, as well as videos and images. You do not want to use stock photos. This is why we tell our clients, send us a Google file of jobs you've actually done so we can use it on your Google My Business and on your website. If not, then we have to use stock, okay? Keep your business hours updated, including holiday. If a holiday is coming up, make sure you update your hours. And add posts and offers regularly to increase your engagement. Number 2, which we've talked about already, online reviews and reputation. If you have reviews, respond to every one of them, and do not respond with the same stupid response on every review. That's dumb. Respond to every one of them. Treat them as a customer and not as a number. This is basic business sense. Also, if you have a negative review, respond to it. Don't just leave it there like you don't give a shit, okay? In the review section, you can respond. I believe it's up to almost 700 something words. It's a long response that you have room to jam pack lots of good content about your services in those reviews. Responding reviews will show trust because they go, oh, it's a legit business. Google says this. And people will say, oh, the business owner cares and we're not just a number. And also, you always want to encourage customers to give detailed reviews. What street they're on, what neighborhood they're in, what city they're in, what service they got. All that information will help you rank. Also, another one, local citations and business directories. What's a local citation? Yelp, Angie's List, or Angie, Home Advisor, Thumbtack, Better Business Bureau. Keep the name, address, phone number consistent across all listings. A citation is your business name, your address, your phone number, your website, your hours, forms of payment you take, your socials. All that is citations, which you can put on various websites that will help you drive traffic, which will once again increase your trust across the web with Google. Your website and on-page SEO. Make sure, like we already said, that your website services are also mirrored on your Google business profile. Meaning, if you have a service page on this website, it must be listed and should be listed as a service and a product on your Google business profile. Make sure to optimize your website with location-based keywords. Create dedicated pages for every single service area. Junk removal plus city. All right. We literally put all services, residential, commercial, etc. And I'll show you real quick. Here's one fine example. This is a website we redid. He wasn't in the top 3. Now he is. So all the services are listed like such. And then the service pages are like so. What do I mean by location based? So he's in Ottawa. So you're going to see, for example, we mentioned Ottawa 7 times on his homepage. It's in the headers. It's in the subheaders. It's also in the paragraph text. Okay. So that's what I mean by putting the, if you will, location based optimization on the website. Use schema markup. What's schema markup? Schema is like connect the dots. Think of it that way. Schema, for example, and I'm going to show you this real quick, but schema, for example, is like saying putting a spotlight on your business. You know, what do I mean by putting a spotlight? Give me one second. So putting the spotlight on your business would be, you know, if you have everything done right and I put a spotlight on you, it's like saying, hey, look at this rock star over here, right? And then everybody goes, ooh, oh, he's so sexy or she's so beautiful. But if you don't have it done right, it's bad backlinks, no socials and all that jazz and no good information, then your schema is going to suck. So we just tested his schema. And for example, it has, you know, what does he do in his description? What's his web page? What's the name of the business? Photos, URL, content type, all of this information, some of which most of you won't even comprehend. It's just, if you will, Google got most of you. In the local business, we go through reviews. We also go the day of the week, etc. We also put in there, if you will, blogs and a bunch of stuff. We can take all your backlinks, citations, press releases, etc., and stuff it into the schema. So Google goes, oh, so that press release and that citation and those reviews are about this business. Okay, so that's why schema is very important. It's just like playing connect the dots. Without actually connecting the dots, you don't know what the big picture is. And it's a way in which we can see the big picture. And fifth is going to be mobile friendliness and on-page speed. If you want to know how fast your website is, simply test it. You can do that with Lighthouse, and there's a couple of other tools that you can do it on. If you want to know how to do it, you can simply go over here, like in this example, and click on, if you will, inspect. And then from inspect, you go to performance, right? And then you can run Lighthouse from that, or actually not performance, but you see little arrows right here on the top right. You hit Lighthouse. So as you can see already, this website loads extremely fucking fast, and it does that because we build it. So that's one thing. And let me go back here real quick. So we want to make sure our on-page and page speed is fast. That has a lot to do with the way the website is designed and where you're hosting it at. You obviously don't want to be in California and hosting your website in, Africa or, Asia. There are servers all over the world, so you want to make sure the server is as close to your place as possible, and it is an extremely fast server. Okay, Google penalizes slow websites. People will tell me all the time, no, it's not a ranking factor. Okay, well, there is something called bounce rate. And if you look at bounce rate, just go Google it if you wanted to. Go, what is bounce rate? And I'll tell you this. Bounce rate's basically when someone goes to your website and leaves your website. They go to your website and leave your website. They don't stay. They leave without interacting on any page or triggering any event such as link clicking or submitting a form. I.e., you don't want that to happen. And when Google sees that, they go, oh, you're not trusted. Therefore, they're going to devalue you. Therefore, they're going to make you worthless. Therefore, they're going to stop sending as much traffic to you and stop ranking you as high as you may have been ranking. Hopefully, you understand that. So don't listen to what SEOs tell you. A lot of times they're telling you bullshit. Okay, sometimes, it's not a ranking factor. It is a ranking factor in the fact that if people come to your site and they leave, Google sees that and says you're not trusted. Trust is one of the number one ranking factors. Most local searches are done on mobile, right? Over 80-something% are on mobile. So you need to be completely optimized. Most people are not going to be filling out forms. They're going to be calling you. So make sure you have a call to action with a phone number, not just a form. Get backlinks from local websites, local blogs, local news sites, business directories, vloggers, nonprofits, sponsor events. The list goes on and on and on. I can give you a lot of different things that we would do. But so for sponsoring events, I even have notes on my phone. Like I come up with ideas and then I'll put them on my phone regarding backlinks and local SEO. But one of which is going to be, sponsors. Become a sponsor. And what happens is usually when you become a sponsor for a charity event or just a local event, they say, hey, different sponsor levels. And then at certain levels, they go, oh, we'll put your link on our website with your logo. It's a local website. Local business gives you local relevancy and trust, right? Like I said, sponsoring events, networking with communities, and they give you valuable links. If you're in the roofing industry, start meeting up with roofers. If you're in the roofing industry, start meeting up with real estate. There are many different people, niches that are related to your industry. So junk removal, for instance, is not just about junk removal. They may be getting ready to sell the home. They may be getting ready to stage the home for selling. The seller may need a creditor. So all these different things are tied together. Roofers, they may need solar, anything that's related. You need to start networking with those people and relating to them. 7 behavioral signals, or what we call user engagement, or CTR, click-through rate. There's also some gray hat tactics called click-through rate or CTR manipulation, which I sell and we do. Which is basically sending engagement signals through various means to increase your rankings without it actually being legitimate people. Google tracks user interactions such as clicks on your listings, calls made, directional requests, how long did they spend on the GMB, how long did they spend on the website. What are they actually doing on both? The more the users engage with your business, the higher it ranks on Google. So let me give you an example of engaging. So if I was to click on this guy right here, if I click on his website link, that's engagement. If I click on directions, that's engagement. If I click on save, that's engagement. If I click on share, that's engagement. If I click on call, that's engagement. If I go to any of this other stuff down here, like click on this website link here or call here, that's engagement. If I click on reviews and do what we used to call happy signals, like reactions and emojis and stuff like that, that's engagement. If I share the review, that's once again engagement. Social signals. For people that say social don't matter, then why the hell do they put that there? Okay. Let's go back to overview. If I go to write a review, that's an engagement signal. If I click on your posts and I share them or I click learn more, that's engagement signals, right? People will report posts that way too. If I click on any of your socials that are on your profile, that's engagement. So if I click on backlinks that are related to your website that are on the GMB, that's also engagement. So those are all ranking factors. The more engagement you have, the better. The more they say, Google goes, they trust you. So in conclusion, mastering local ranking factors for your junk removal business will help you dominate Google. Takeaways. What's the number one ranking factor? Proximity. Do not set your GMB up as a service area based business unless you want a hard time ranking it. It can still be ranked. Yes, I know the SEOs are screaming at me saying, well, it can still be ranked. Yes, it can be, but would you rather, have a hard time or make your life easy? Okay, make your life easy, show the address, and set it up as an actual local business to feed the Google algorithm, which is set up for proximity, especially Google Maps. Number two, optimize your Google business profile, which will boost your rankings in search. Number three, positive reviews, consistent name, address, and phone number, or what we call NAP. Local citations, website SEO, local backlinks will also improve your credibility. Make sure it's mobile friendly and got your on-page SEO on point. If you have any questions, make sure to comment below. If you would like for me to personally audit your junk removal website, just comment or message me and I will personally audit your SEO or your junk for your SEO for your junk removal business and tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and I'll show you where you're ranking at and how we can make it happen. In 3 months, I guarantee I will have you in the top 3 of Google Maps. If not, I will refund your money. All right. Thank you guys. You have a good day and be blessed. Thank you for joining me.